We're back with another 2021 rookie profile. Is Ihmir Smith-Marsette a heat seeker? Gotta watch to find out. It's Brad from RotoHeat and RookieDraftGuide.com. Welcome back to the channel. We appreciate you guys stopping by as always. If you haven't subscribed and hit the notification icon and done all those things, you can do that now if you wanted. Right while you're listening. Just click below. Thank you. If you haven't already, click the like. Let's get this thing up to 100 likes. Let's tell YouTube that you love what you're seeing here. And don't forget, check out RookieDraftGuide.com. All right, your one per show. The question of the show, what round are you going to draft this wide receiver in? What round is Ihmir Smith-Marsette worth for you? Let us know in the comments below, and let's keep that conversation going. Marsette's had an interesting road coming from Newark, New Jersey, all the way to the NFL draft. When you look at 247 Rivals and you try to get the kind of the profile of the player, converted corner coming out of Newark, was not really highly recruited highly rated in terms of recruitment. It was like a 2-3 star type player coming out, mostly Big Ten. Iowa, Minnesota. He also had teams from other conferences, Boston College, Rutgers, involved in the recruiting process. But once he got to Iowa, you began to see him develop as a receiver and develop quite well. I mean, as we get to the kind of expectations from the pro level, he's a really interesting receiver and could wind up becoming a steal in this draft. 2017, obviously getting his feet wet, 18 catches, 187 yards, 2 touchdowns. Then we see 2018, 23 receptions, 361 and 3, 44, 722 and 5. As he kind of gets to his peak at Iowa, obviously only in 2020 only played 7 games, but had 25 for 345 and 4. When you look at it, and you just kind of look at the college profile, you see a guy who converted, developed nicely, and began to show you that there's something there. 6'1", 6'2", getting pretty close to the 200-pound mark. He's a guy that has been asked to do different things in his career, and he's done them and continue to develop and shows you kind of the qualities and the tools that you want to see from a guy that's coming into the league. Because most of the time when guys come into the league, you're not getting the most finished prospects, and you're getting guys that will continue to need development and growth, and you want a guy who's moldable and growable, and we saw that with Marsette. He's done a great job taking on everything that he's needed, and I think he can fit very nicely at the next level. He brings a good amount of speed. He's got the return ability. He can be part of your vertical passing game. He's obviously not got necessarily the production of some of these elite level receivers that are in this draft, but he's got everything that you're expecting and hoping for a guy that could become more of a off the line of scrimmage receiver, a Z type of receiver for those of you that want to get into the letters. He's really got a lot of tools that are very exciting as we move into the pro level and look at what our evaluators talk about. I think you're going to see a guy that could become a fantasy prospect that you want to keep an eye on. All right, so remember, my question at the beginning of the show was, where are you taking him in your fantasy draft? What round are you taking him in? I try to frame these questions to help give you not only a good idea of where a player is, but kind of the value and some of those propositions that you need to think about as you're building your rookie board and getting ready for your rookie drafts. Obviously, I will always tell you RookieDraftGuide.com will be the place you want to go to help you as you get ready for your rookie drafts. But these videos, I like to talk about not only evaluators, comments, my personal opinion and feelings, give you as best a view as we can on the fantasy profile of these rookies, so that you are not surprised and you're ready for your rookie drafts and you're ready on what to do with these guys. Marsette is a guy that brings track speed, obviously has a track background, brings track speed, brings a lot of raw potential to the pro level. And some of the guys, when I looked at the comments, some of the guys said kind of a bigger slot receiver, has a lot of room to grow. not good route runner. Still needs to develop in a lot of ways. Well, when you're converted, from a different position and really been working hard at the receiver position his entire time at Iowa, I mean, bad quarterback play, I mean, all that factors into the equation. He's a little behind, and that's okay, because like I said at the beginning, he's a very willing and able prospect that is doing everything he can to grow and develop each and every day. The things that you can't coach up, he can bring to the table: speed, and some of those areas. The things that he needs to grow on, route running, and some of those, you can coach that, you can teach that, you can grow that with the right scheme and the right coaches. So I think this is definitely a guy that you want to consider as a prime candidate to stash, as a guy that you could see getting drafted, kind of on day 3, and getting stashed on a team to grow, and maybe in a year or 2 or 3, depending on the situation he's in, he could develop into somebody that gets some real shot at playing time. And these are the type of prospects that later in drafts can really bolster your depth and really give you some warm fuzzies when you look back at your draft class and see what you've done. So he's a guy that I'm very intrigued by. The team is not necessarily super high on. He's not in the top 10 of our, when I look through, I have our sheet sorted so I can see kind of based on the ratings, the combined overall ratings the guys are getting, where our team views him. He's not in the top 10, but he's definitely a guy that I think has a lot of tools that could, when we look back, be something that is very good and could turn into something that could be relevant for you on your fantasy rosters. Again, let me know, where are you drafting Matt? Is he a second rounder? Is he a third rounder, fourth rounder? Are you leaving him on the free agent pool, or letting somebody else take a shot at him? Keep this conversation going. I tell you in every video, Facebook, Discord, chat here on YouTube, Twitter. We're here to help. We're here to encourage you and help you build your winning lineups and help you win your drafts and all those things. The rotoheat.com and rookiedraftguide.com team is here to help. We appreciate you guys. We love that you guys are here and keeping the conversation going. I love responding in the chat. So post below. Let me know what you're thinking. Let me know how you're feeling about this guy. We'll talk to you again soon. We love you guys, and take care.